Good afternoon. Some more meanderings. So I'm just checking out the Instagram. I've never liked Instagram. I don't get it, and I think that's the main reason why. But I do post on it all the time, especially in the last year or so. And I get this email from Instagram showing me stuff. Post insights. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it all out, but well, I get this one post, got 49 impressions. 41 came from home, and some from hashtags and profiles. See, I don't know specifically what that means. I'm pretty sure I know what impressions means, and I know what profile means, but the rest of it. But the idea is that I post 3 posts a day promoting my photography studio. Facebook, Instagram, actually Facebook personal, Facebook studio page, and LinkedIn. I think that's it. Well, I'm pretty active on it, but to me, it's attention. You're vying for attention, so why not? Might as well use it up. Might as well, right? So anyways, it's, some of my meanderings. I got a couple more things I want to bring up while I workflow. This. I think she's a 13-year-old girl. Sometimes we get young girls who want to be a fairy. It's not often, but they're there. And this young lady really enjoyed it. So her mom has a farm, and her mom asked us if we wanted to do a trade. I said, yeah, because I eat a lot of eggs, and she has farm fresh eggs. I love farm fresh eggs. Prefer farm fresh over factory farmed. I used to buy farm fresh eggs from a local guy, and early in the pandemic, I called him to put an order in, and he says, "Oh, I'm way behind. There's a waiting list." He says, "I'll put you on my waiting list," and I never heard from him again. So I've been buying them at Costco and such. So okay, whatever. You can see there's these pants that are part of this outfit. Don't know that it's going to be a big deal. So yeah, young girls. I mean, this is a fairy dress that I had made. Spent a fair amount of money on it, and it's specifically for young girls, young teens, or I've had some moms wear it, but they got to be petite because it's petite, and it's actually built on an actual bra. That's one of the reasons it was as expensive as it was. I think bras are pretty expensive. Never bought one personally, but anyways, that's the outfit we used. And while she was here, like, I know the mom a little bit, so she's pretty cool. And I asked the mom, I said, is this going to be an issue? Should we low-key this area right here, cleavage? And she said, no, it doesn't matter. So, but if it is an issue, what I do is I'll put some plants there. I'll put some foliage in and around the cleavage area to minimize that. But she's pretty cool. So yeah. So anyways, we did a trade, farm fresh eggs and frozen chickens, free range chickens. What the hell's going on? Okay, well, there you go. Have you ever done a barter? I've done many over the years. When Tina and I had Danielle was 2 or 3, we bartered with the daycare she was at. And you can have a legal daycare up to 5 kids. You don't have to get licensed and all that stuff. And that's what this young lady had. And she got married, and she came to us for wedding photography. And we said, well, why don't we do a deal? So we traded a wedding photography package, which was about $2,600, for equal amounts of daycare. And I felt kind of bad because a couple of years later they divorced. It was kind of sad. I don't know the details. She was a nice lady. She was very, very good with the kids. And nothing but fond memories of her being there. So yeah, barter's a legit thing. I mean, You're supposed to declare it as income. You're supposed to. I think you're supposed to pay taxes on it. But I mean, really. I suppose if you're really doing it in a grand way, you'd want to put it on record, and just in case you got audited. You could happen. You got to give Caesar what's that saying? Caesar's due, or something like that. They want their tax money. So, but barter's a pretty cool thing. In our area, we have a barter kind of credit card. It's I'm sure you guys have it in your area too. It's kind of cool. You can trade. It's like a credit card, and there's a whole bunch of merchants that are on it, including restaurants and other services. So you can just use this card as credit, or as with purchasing power. It's kind of cool. But yeah, so we're getting farm fresh eggs and chickens from this lady in exchange for reprints. She told us, she says, I don't have any money. She says, but I can trade. I can barter. So I said, yeah, let's do it. I'm trying to think of other things I've bartered over the years. I know in our city years ago, we did a trade with the local daily newspaper. Well, they had a system, a thing, as promotion. They did an annual auction. They auctioned off all this stuff, and they would every day the price. They'd post the results and the current price on whatever item it was, and it was kind of neat because what they did was they would go to a vendor like us, and they would say, okay, we're going to give you X amount of dollars in advertising, and we're going to sell on an auction whatever it is, service or product that you have. And that's how it works. It was really kind of cool. There we go. Sorry. These shots with the glowy box are generally often a little bit on the dark side, so I open them up, go back in history, lighten them up that way. So yeah, with the local newspaper, we'd sell gift certificates for family portraits and what have you, and they were quite popular. We sold a lot, so in no time at all we had like $3,000 or $4,000 of credit with the local newspaper. And the first year we ever ran our Fairy Day special, which I think was around 2005, we used some of the credit. So we put it in the newspaper, and we put it at the stores, kid stores, gymnastics schools, dance schools, where there's lots of girls running around. So we really promoted the Fairy Day, targeting a lot of different areas where our target market was. But we also did the newspaper. Now, mainstream media newspaper, that's the newspaper, sadly it's a fraction of what it used to be. An absolute fraction, as things change. You think about how things change, and I don't know that newspapers are ever going to come back, or they might evolve into something else. And the idea being that printed, ink on paper is the basic format, and the main delivery mechanism is news. So people want news, to get it on the internet, right? So newspapers are really, they're just not a thing anymore. May come back though, and the reason I say that is because look what happened to radio. Everyone thought radio was dead. I mean, way back when TV was first invented, they used to think that radio was going to die. It never did. And eventually it got even bigger because FM radio became very popular. And then what happened 15, 20 years ago? Satellite radio. We started paying for radio where it used to be free, and we started paying for it. So, and I think people still pay for I don't have satellite anymore, but I did for years and years and years. I really enjoyed it. I just sort of don't have it anymore for whatever reason. I don't know. So, but yeah, whether or not newspapers are going to make a comeback, it's hard to say. Really, really hard to say. I didn't think radio was going to turn into satellite radio. I mean, who saw that coming? Hello. Tina's in the house. Yeah, we're just finishing up our last orders. It's December 5th. And everything's going to the lab. Last order out. Back in time before Christmas. I remember back in the old days, we used to send everything, film, had to get shipped to the lab. And it was crazy. And if something had to get redone, it was, oh man, it was such a pain. Things are much, much faster now. And there's not as many labs as there used to be because, everyone's going, well, not everyone, but a lot of people are going digital only. But 80-90% of our stuff is prints. We insist. So anyways, yeah, that's all I got to say about that. And tell me your thoughts. Put them down below. Let me know what you think. Adios, amigos.